It's Ringside Report MMA. Tonight we preview UFC Denver, Namajunas versus Cortez.
Let's go!
Let's go. Where are we going? I don't know where we're going. Who knows? Let's find out. Let's go see Fred first. Hey, Fred. How's it going? Yeah. Are you good? Speak to me, Fred.
I'm trying to freeze like AJ.
Oh God,
Not very good.
I'm trying to play that Mr. Freeze game like AJ. AJ continues to have technical difficulties. The guy is a living technical difficulty. I don't know what's going on with him. We may check in with AJ from time to time on the show to see how bad his internet is. I don't know. He claims to have great internet speed, but then when he tries to use it, it never works. I don't know what his deal is. I think he's here. Let's see. There he is. I see him. Hi, AJ. Oh, are you there? No, he's not there. Look what happens when we go to AJ.
I think he's stealing the internet from his neighbor. There's no way he's paying for an internet. If he was paying, man, I'd be complaining.
I don't really understand what's going on with AJ, but every time we go to him, he immediately freezes out. So it's been an ongoing issue with AJ. I don't know what's happening. I do think he's stealing his internet from somebody, and that's what's happening. People are trying to block him from this stolen internet that he's trying to steal. I do know that his modem is in a different, like a housing unit than where he lives. It's not even in his house. I know that for a fact. Okay. So I'm just saying. Yeah, I don't think it's working for AJ tonight. I don't know. It's too bad. Would be nice.
Is he's been living there for like a couple of years now, and this problem's only been for maybe a month or two.
It's been a few months now with AJ and his technical issues, hasn't it?
Yeah.
It's been several months.
Yeah, but at some point it was working.
Yeah. We got him a new computer and everything. We fixed him all up. It's not his equipment.
That didn't fix it, man.
No.
It's his internet.
Well, the equipment was part of the problem, right? But the internet is an issue now too, which is unfortunate.
I think we should just change the show to let's get AJ some help. Telethon.
No, I don't really want to spend that much time on it. I think we'll figure it out for AJ. We're good. We should focus on the fights, Fred. The fights that I didn't even know had changed.
Fights?
Exactly. I didn't even know the fights had changed until our buddy Alan started talking to me about Tracy Cortez, and I was like, why is Alan texting me today? This is like this morning. Pretty early, too, in the morning. I don't know how early Alan gets up, but this big boy was texting me at like 9 a.m. about Tracy Cortez, 9:16 a.m. I can't tell you what he texted me about Tracy Cortez. It is vile and horrible. Jesus is mentioned. Lady parts are mentioned. There's a lot mentioned in this. You know Alan.
Does he mention living at home with his mom or?
No, he doesn't mention that. He tries to ignore that part. He's still a young guy. Young enough. Getting there, Alan. Getting there. Shout out Big Alan. Shout out to our buddy Marwan, who says he watches Ringside Report MMA show. Shout out to Marwan, 10th Planet Jiu-Jitsu. Good buddy Marwan. He was making fun of me for my crappy cartwheels last night. So mean. So mean to me and my lack of gymnastic skills.
Cartwheels?
Yeah, we can't all be
GSP,
GSP, okay? Yeah, exactly. I can't do flips. It's like, hey, all right, guys, we're going to do front rolls. Cool. Now we're going to do backflips. What? Can't do a backflip. Some people can backflip, though. Shout out to CSL Lorne. Shout out to Angelo Contagonis. And shout down to Johnny North. I shout you down, Johnny North. You're saying bad things about the Yankees, and I will not have it. Even though the Yankees are down right now, they're only down 5-3 because they just scored a run. They had the bases loaded with one out, and they only managed to score one. But it's still 5-3 instead of 5-2. So they're coming back, maybe. Hopefully.
Only 3 wins in the last 10 games.
Oh, they've been awful since June. All of June's been bad. July has not been better.
Is Aaron Judge at least still performing?
No one's really performing right now. I mean, he kind of is. He's doing all right. But I don't know. The thing is, though, they started off so hot is that they're still, they're not out of it. They have the wild card spot. They're in second place in the East. I think they're 2 games back of the Orioles. They still have one of the best records in baseball. They've just been very bad over the past month and a half to the point where you go, is it all falling apart? They were so ahead of the pack, but now they've kind of slowed down, and it's like, ooh, is this the real team, or is it the team that was playing in May? The May Yankees way better than the June Yankees. I'd like to get the May Yankees back. It's not looking good right now.
They need to get into playing shape for October. That's the important part. They're in the wild card right now.
What was the I didn't see the beginning of this game. How did the Rays score? Did they score in the first inning? Because I predicted they would. Let me see the box score on this game. We'll get to MMA soon, I promise. Oh, no, he just gave up 2 in the first and 3 in the third. Okay. My brother texted me today. I said, Yankees won last night. We're texting about it. And I said, is it too much to hope that they win the series tonight against the Rays? Because they won last night. They made it 1-1 in the 3-game set. Today's the final game. I was like, is it too much to hope? And he's like, oh, Nasty Nestor's on the mound tonight. Just depends what kind of nasty he's going to be. And I said, oh, he'll probably give up 4 in the first, and the Yanks will lose 5-4 overall. And he gave up 2 in the first, and the Yanks are losing 5-3 right now. It may end 5-4. I could see it ending 5-4 with the Yankees losing. That seems like a game that I've seen a lot from the Yankees over the past month and a half.
All right, man. At the end of the season, they'll throw some more money to probably a pitcher or somebody, and they'll throw several $100 million, and it won't change much again. But that's okay, man. The life of a Yankee fan.
We're gonna throw a lot of money at Juan Soto. I think Soto is the move. You got to get Soto on board, and then Well, we'll see. I mean, if nothing happens this year with Soto, then maybe we skip out on it and don't give him any money. Say goodbye. Do we have AJ? I kind of see AJ. AJ, are you back? Have you fixed your issues? No.
I'm telling you, I'm gonna Shrek. I'm telling you, Bell is going down.
Oh wow! Now you're talking my
doing,
language, man? AJ.
Jesus.
Let's you okay?
Talk.
Whoa.
Yeah, I'm okay. A little frustrated. My blood pressure is up. Other than that,
careful at your age.
Yeah, well, exactly.
So, have you fixed your internet problem, or are you gonna glitch out in a minute here?
It's possible I'll glitch out, but I can't promise you anything, man.
Okay.
Bell is on the horn right now as we speak.
Really?
Technical support is on the case. Yeah, it's it doesn't make sense. Everything works, and then once we go live, boom.
Yeah.
Back.
Boom.
Once he starts talking, boom. Okay, well, maybe we'll put the pause on AJ for now. It's not Bell, it's AJ. Internet looks good. Apparently, it's not Bell, and it's you, and your internet looks fine somehow, but it's not good. It's clearly not good. I'm being told your internet looks good, but it's clearly not. That can't be true. I don't understand. Oh, Fred, what do we do with this guy? I don't know. One day we'll fix AJ's problems. Maybe. I can see that it's glitching again.
Probably not.
I do see that. I do see that it's glitching. Yeah, so Alan told me today that Tracy Cortez was fighting Rose Namajunas on Saturday, and I had no idea, Fred. I had no clue. Because nobody really had been talking about it, because it was supposed to be Macy Barber. I'm like, why is he talking about Tracy Cortez? I thought Rose was fighting Macy Barber. But Macy Barber pulled out of the fight a couple weeks ago. I'm not sure why. It's some sort of medical issue. It's not been disclosed exactly what's going on with Macy Barber. But she's not fighting. it's going to be Tracy Cortez coming in on like 2 weeks' notice. I think it's an easier fight for Rose. Like Macy Barber, I think, was going to be a tough one. Macy Barber's on a roll. She's doing really well. Tracy Cortez, she's also won a bunch of fights in a row. She's actually undefeated in the UFC, which kind of surprises me. But she's won all her fights in the UFC, all by decision. I don't think the quality of opponent has really been close to a Rose Namajunas, though. Justine Kish, Stephanie Egger, Melissa Gatto. These are the names on her list. Do you recognize any of them? I do not.
Nope. I'm just hoping that Egger fighter, she marries somebody that's named Ham.
That would be good. The Ham and Egger. My God. Look what this show becomes when we don't have AJ, Fred. We're just making bad jokes. It's good. We're laughing.
Oh, that was a good one.
I mean, I like it. I do like it.
Shout out to Bobby Heenan.
Yeah. Excellent. So Rose right now is the favorite for this fight, which makes a ton of sense to me. I've got picks from the Prophet. Do you want picks from the Prophet?
Nope.
I got Prophet picks for you. I hope he doesn't mind me sharing the picks, but I'm going to give you some Prophet picks. I think AJ's internet is appearing more stable, so we may check in with AJ again. This may happen. So, AJ, get ready. You're in the on-deck circle, AJ. Your time to bat is coming up. You better pray. You better warm up your swing. You better get ready. Get that donut on your bat, AJ. Get that weight on. Get ready. And actually, I'm going to bring AJ in to ask him what a donut is for a bat, if he knows. That's a pop quiz. Fred, actually, no. You know what? Look at AJ praying. He's praying for the answer. Fred, do you know what a donut is for a baseball bat?
Must be that thing they put on the bat to warm up, like to put some weight.
Yeah, you know it.
To the
there
bat.
You go. Fred knows. All right, we won't bother AJ with a quiz. It's the wait, love a good donut on a baseball bat. In the on deck circle.
Who doesn't like donuts,
AJ,
man?
you are on deck and now you are up to bat and your internet seems clear-ish for now, which has been the case before. I've been tricked before, AJ. I've been tricked before.
So have I, man. I'm waiting for that 100-mile-an-hour fastball that hits me right off the chin.
Oof.
I'm just waiting. Bell's throwing.
That's death.
You know what's happening.
Sounds like
yeah,
death.
man. That's pretty much it. Like this internet.
Oh.
Man.
Nestor Cortez just plunked
Rosario.
Nestor Cortez just hit a guy on the butt. That's no bueno.
All right, man.
Since there's a lot of Cortezes
it's
week.
a slow MMA week, let's stay on baseball.
Okay.
I'm going to go somewhere.
No, actually, I want to say one thing.
Somewhere weird.
Fred,
wait. No, I want to see where Fred's going, AJ. Hang on.
Okay,
I want to tell him he had a good joke before. It was good.
Oh, yeah, it was. Okay, go ahead, Fred.
So let's say you're at bat, okay? And this pitcher clearly plunks you on purpose. Like he's throwing at you.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
happens all the time.
Like, to me, that is war. That is,
Charge
like, if
the
you're
mount.
coming, especially if you're, that's the thing, man. Charging the mount, it gives times to everybody, man. I would just sucker punch the catcher.
He's got a mask on. and
There's
mad
something
equipment.
to do.
Kick him in the balls.
Or walk the first base and sucker punch the first baseman.
No,
you want to throw in my head? I'm sucker punching somebody.
But you go after the guy who did the thing to you. He threw the ball at you, so he pays the price.
It's a team. Yeah, but he's like protected.
Maybe it's the catcher.
Because by the time I get there, everybody's jumping in, blah, blah, blah. I want to get a good shot in. If you're going to throw at my head, I got to get a shot in. I don't care.
You're
it's
right,
the first
Fred. And a lot of
baseman.
times,
hey, I might go for the coach, man. Don Zimmer, careful, man.
You ever been in a baseball fight?
You go straight for the catcher.
No.
I've been in several. I caused a few.
You see, catchers, he's like all crouched. He's vulnerable, man. You just fucking give him a kick or something, man. Throw him and then ground and pound. By the time his pitcher comes to help him, man, you'll have at least 5-6 shots in.
You choke him out, man. But you got a point because it's the catcher that's calling the play
if you're
there.
Throwing at my head, I'm going. No, man. You can't throw at my head.
If the pitcher hits you with the ball you're going to attack anybody on the diamond. Why not just run to right field and just attack the right fielder in the grass? No one will see it coming, and it'll take them a while to get to you. They'll be like,
that's
just
the easiest target. I'm just saying that the catcher or the first baseman are easier targets.
I mean, if Aaron Judge is playing right field, you probably don't go after him.
Forget it, guys.
No, exactly.
You know who you go after? I tell you exactly who you go after. You go after the mascot. Once you go after the mascot, that means you went after the whole crowd. Go for it, man.
Didn't Tommy Lasorda get Yuppie ejected or something? I'm pretty sure Tommy Lasorda got Yuppie ejected.
Yeah, and the Philly Fanatic as well, man, got ejected one time.
Mm.
And I think it was...
Was it the Philly Fanatic? Maybe I'm mixing that up.
I think it was at the...
Sorry, what? Everybody
Am I still
stopped.
hanging in there, guys?
Yeah,
I just said that was my baseball side note.
Yeah, Tommy Lasorda got Yuppie tossed from a baseball game.
Yeah.
Right?
It wasn't the first time Yuppies got tossed, I think.
That's fantastic. Tommy Lasorda. Classic.
If anybody doesn't know who Yuppie is, here, let me help. Here we go.
Oh, jeez.
Internet.
Here we go again.
Good thing
AJ.
Damn it, just as I was
came
going
back.
for that.
He kind of came back. Like that was a minor glitch compared to what it's been. It's like it's improving over the show. Anyhow.
Kind of like my relationships. Here we go.
What? It's like the opposite. They start strong and then...
Yeah, pretty much. Voici UPS, who plays for the Canadians now.
Okay. Can we talk about these fights here before we lose AJ entirely? I want to get an AJ parlay in. Let me give you Profit's picks, guys. AJ, you ready for Profit's picks?
Yeah, what's up with Profit? Yeah,
well,
let's
you know
hear it.
Jeremy
I like that.
Profit.
Profit's
He's an
picks.
excellent professional wrestler. He's great.
Excellent.
He wrestles everywhere.
He's amazing.
Where's
Great
he gonna
hair.
be next?
I feel there's a word game to be made, like profit for profit, profit by the profit.
Yeah,
Something
make profits
here,
with make your profits with profit. He is the street profits.
Jeremy Profit.
Jeremy Profit. Let me show you Jeremy Profit here. Let's promo the Prophet once we're talking about him because he's the man. What a good guy.
Look at that guy. Look at that bod.
Look at that muscular
him.
dude. He's wrestling
He's
a
got blonde hair too,
5-on-1
man.
match tonight in Lachute. Gauntlet, 5 versus 1. He's wrestling 5 guys. 5-on-1. Prophet is going to whoop all their asses. That's tonight in Lachute. Happening like right now. He's probably whooping 5 guys' asses right now. How cool is that?
Is Johnny there? Johnny,
No. And then
I know Johnny
Sunday,
can whoop like 5 asses, no problem.
Sunday he's wrestling. Oh, in
Up in
Montreal
smoke.
on Rachel
Cheech and
Street
Chong.
for 1-2-3 loot. 1-2-3 loot. 2:00 show. $15 for people. Kids are free.
Enfant gratuit.
That's
Oh,
nice.
that's not bad.
And the show's called Up in
Look at that,
Smoke,
Up
and
in
kids are
Smoke,
free.
man.
That sounds like
Cheech
fun.
and Chong right there.
I know this guy. This is Yane. Johnny, help me. The guy Yane. Who is Jeremy wrestling on Sunday? Jeremy is wrestling on Sunday. Go watch the Prophet wrestle if you're around him. If you want to see some wrestling on Sunday, it'll be fun. He's a good man. And he gave me his UFC picks, and I'm gonna give you his UFC picks because he's good at this stuff, and why not?
Oh, Johnny made a nice comment there.
Wow, he says he doesn't get along with Montreal people. AJ, you know that guy though? Doesn't he wrestle for Drew Onyx? Yan?
Yeah.
No, but what's
He
his
does.
like?
He's pretty
What's
good.
his like wrestler name? He's like a Drew Onyx guy. Johnny, help me
It's
out.
not you. Man, it's like on the tip of the tongue, man.
Yeah, well, you're gonna glitch out before you get there.
Where are you?
I don't know. John doesn't want to help me. John's
Ain't that
being
the
mean to
truth?
me now. He's making fun of the
Johnny.
Yankees. He's just being rude overall. Come on. So Jeremy
Johnny
Prophet's
doesn't like
picks this
Montreal people.
weekend.
I'm trying to figure out what that means.
What? I don't know what you're saying.
Yan
You're glitching out too
Harrison.
much. I don't like it. Yan Harrison? Yan
Si.
Harrison. I thought it was Yane.
Exactamundo. Well,
Wasn't
close
it
enough.
Yang?
Yane or Yan, whatever way you want to say it.
I thought he spelled it like Yayne or something. I thought it was like Yane. I thought that was his wrestling name. Maybe Yan is his real name and his wrestling name is Yane. Or maybe I'm just making up the Yane thing altogether.
Hey, he should change it now to Yane, man.
He should
You're
be
making him a
Yane,
star.
bro. I like the name Yane. Yayne. I
Yeah.
thought that was his name. I thought his name was Yane.
Yane,
Either
insane.
way, he's doing
Harrison.
the job for Jeremy.
Yo, if he's not Yane, somebody should call themselves Yeoman Yane. I think that would work. That's going to be my new wrestler name. Yeoman Yane, bro. You Roman Reigns? No. I'm Yeoman
Yo, man.
Yane. Yo, man, Yane. Yo, man, Yane.
My friend has a little stuttering problem, but it's
Yeah,
okay.
it just sounds like a guy with a speech impediment who can't say Roman Reigns. Are you saying Roman Reigns? No, I'm saying Yo, man, Yane.
Yo, my names.
What? Okay, so Jeremy's got Thug Rose
Ooh.
to win. I've got Thug Rose to win too. Who doesn't have Thug Rose to win? She's facing Tracy Cortez. It's Thug Rose. She's still one of the top fighters in the division. She's coming off an impressive win over Amanda Hebus. Rose looked really good in that fight. This should be another win for Thug Rose. I think she wins. Yeah. AJ, you're not going with Thug Rose? Well, what's the
Man,
story? What's your problem?
My problem is that this Tracy Cortez is pretty decent fighter, man. Like, she's got a strong ground game. She has amazing wrestling, man. Her last minute. And the thing with Rose is that there's no doubt about it. I love Rose. She's a fan favorite. But I think it's going to be too much to swallow, man. Last minute. I think Tracy Cortez is going to pull it off.
I disagree. I think Rose wins by decision.
I'm going to go the other way, man. I think this is going to be a decision, but I think it's going to be Cortez.
Okay. Freddie?
I'm going to go with Rose. I mean, she should win. She's the veteran out there. She has much more big fight experience. But with that said, sometimes Rose doesn't shows up. Like, she has her bad moments, so I could see her losing. But no, I'm going to pick her to win.
Yeah,
Listen,
that is
man,
true.
don't dismiss Cortez's record, man. She's 11-1.
Yeah,
Keep
but
that in
against
mind as
who?
well.
This is a big step up in
Yeah,
competition on short
it
notice,
is.
man. I don't like this fight for Cortez. Thug Rose minus 220, the favorite. AJ, you're the only person I've talked to that's picking Cortez to win this fight. I'm picking Thug Rose. Fred's picking Thug Rose. Big Allen's picking Thug Rose. Jeremy Prophet's picking Thug Rose. I mean, everybody's picking Thug Rose, bro. Everybody.
Yeah, but
Pat Barry's picking Thug Rose. I mean, come on, bro. Get on the hype train. Hype or die. Pat Barry. Okay? Don't forget, that was his nickname. Hype or die. Pat H.D. Barry. Hype or die.
we keep looking at Joanna.
Yo, you're too glitchy for me. I don't even know what you're saying. You're like, we keep looking at Joanna. I'm like, why are you talking about Joanna all of a sudden?
Yeah,
What are you
exactly.
saying to me?
I'm trying to say that was her best time was when she took the title from Joanna. I'm not that impressed since then, man. She's had her up and downs, and I'm telling you, this Cortez is coming in 11-1. She's hungry. She needs a big name, and Rose is that name.
Dude,
I'm
she
just
beat
saying a lot of
Zhang
people
Wei
are
Li.
dissing Cortez.
She beat Zhang Wei Li twice in a row. Okay?
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
impressive. And then she had that split decision loss to Carla Esparza. That was
It
just
was.
a weirdo fight. And then she had that loss to Manon Fiorot. And I think, you have been correct about Manon Fiorot for a while. She is possibly the top 125er in that division. So Rose losing a decision
Damn
to
right.
her, I don't think is that bad. But then she bounced back and she beat Amanda Hebus, and she looked good in that fight. And Amanda Hebus is not a bad fighter. She's one of the top in the division. I just don't think Tracy Cortez is up on that level. We'll see. There's only one way to find out if you're at that level, and that's beat somebody like a Thug Rose. So maybe she will. Maybe she won't. I'm going with Thug Rose. Namajunas. But everybody's picking Thug Rose, AJ.
Thuggy.
Thuggy. That's
Yeah,
right.
I know. You're all
How
gonna be
about,
wrong.
this is
Exactly.
not a bad card because I actually had to sell tickets for this thing because it's in Denver. It's not at the Apex. It's not one of those jabroni fight nights where like nobody cares because nobody has to buy tickets. They actually sold tickets for this show in Denver. Next week, it's another jabroni fight night card. UFC's back at the Apex, and the main event is, get ready for this, guys, Amanda Lemos versus Virna Jandiroba.
Ooh.
Can you, I mean, compare that main event to this main event. This is a better main event. I mean, it's even better considering it was supposed to be Macy Barber against Thug Rose, which I think is an even better fight. That, I think, I would have been picking Macy Barber in that one, but not Cortez. No.
Yeah, I agree with you on that one, Dave.
Yeah, but next week, you know, like the fight card is a much lower level than this one. This one is actually decent because, again, they have to sell tickets at an arena in Denver, Colorado for this thing. So they need to put fights on this that people are going to want to see. Whereas next week, it's at the Apex. You know, it's just a bunch of millionaires buying tickets to hang out around Dana White or something. I'm not really sure what's going on at the Apex. I don't know who's buying those tickets. It's like Mark Zuckerberg and his weirdo friends. I don't know. Who buys tickets at the Apex, Fred? Who's doing that? Vegas high rollers? Like, what's happening?
Exactly.
Do you know anybody that's ever bought a ticket and watched a fight night at the Apex? I don't.
Didn't Wally do that?
There's tickets.
Not at the Apex, bro. I doubt. I mean, maybe at an arena, the T-Mobile Arena. I don't think he's been to the Apex to see a fight.
I thought he did. Where's Wally when we need him?
I don't know. Maybe he has. I don't know. I haven't heard of anybody doing that. Not that I know of. I don't roll in those types of circles. I don't know Theo Vaughn. You know what I mean?
Theo, man.
I don't know him. But you see him a lot at those UFCs. I thought that was a fun name to drop. I like Theo Vaughn. I think he's a funny guy. Did I just hear a echo of AJ saying damn?
No, that wasn't me, man. Somebody talking over. I'm telling you, man.
All right, guy. I'll believe you.
I told you, man.
I'll believe you for now. Muslim Salikov taking on Santiago Ponzinibbio.
Ponzi.
The Ponzi scheme. Looking to scheme his way into another victory. Oh my God, we are bad tonight. This show is awful. I apologize. This is just, the jokes are horrible. AJ's internet connection is worse, or as bad, honestly, as bad as the jokes.
Yeah, well, Ponzi scheme might pull it off, man. Because I don't have much confidence in Muslim.
No,
you know, the Muslim is not doing too well, man. He's lost 3 of his last 4. He has trouble keeping pace, this guy.
I don't like when you say the Muslim. Like, it doesn't sound good when you say that. I don't like it. Makes me uncomfortable. Just call him Muslim Salikov. Just, like, say his full name. Because when you just go, the Muslim's not doing good, it just sounds bad, you know? I know it's his name, but, like, when you say the in front of it, it's like, wait, what are you saying?
I mean, Ponzinibbio's not doing very good lately also. Like,
no,
Ponzinibbio has a lot of losses recently.
Yeah, he's less. I agree with you. He's less explosive than he was in the past. What happened with Dave? Did he pass out there? No, Dave went down for the count.
I'm still here.
No, I agree with you, Freddie. This is like one of those fights where it's like, life death. I'd probably go with the Ponzi scheme, no doubt about it. I mean, Salikov is not looking good, man. 3 of his last 4. You know, the only thing that he has is that, you know, he has a bit of power in his strikes. Other than that, man, he can't keep pace. And I think that's where, you know, Santiago has lost a little bit of his pace of the past, but he's still, you know, steps ahead of, like, the Muslim Salikov.
Is he at least Muslim? He must be. If your name's Muslim, you have to be Muslim.
You would guess, right? I mean, Islam Makhachev is Muslim, so you would assume that if the guy's first name is Muslim, you would assume, right? But still, the way AJ says it doesn't feel good. Anyways, Santiago Ponzinibbio minus 190 the favorite. Muslim Salikov plus 160 the underdog. Yeah, it's a tough one. Jeremy Prophet going with Santiago Ponzinibbio.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
agree.
Yeah, I think he probably wins this. I wouldn't put him on a parlay in this one, though. But I haven't really... I might, though, because I haven't been... I don't know. I haven't been super impressed with Muslim Salikov. Like, he's 40 years old, and lately he's looked not great, you know? But I don't like betting against somebody. Like,
Say
I
what?
feel like I'd rather bet on somebody than bet against somebody. I've been caught betting against people. Like, this guy's terrible. He's definitely going to lose. And then he winds up winning because the other guy's worse, you know? And that happens sometimes. And I don't like to bet against people. I like to bet on people. I don't want to bet on a fight because I think Muslim has been bad lately. I want to bet on a fight because I think Ponzinibbio has been really good lately and he's going to win, you know? I like to bet on winners, not bet on the loser, you know? It's hard to explain. I think you guys get it. Fred gets
sort
it.
of.
Yeah, but at the same time, I think Ponzinibbio is going to win this fight. Like, he's got sorry for the word, but he has a weak opponent in front of him. So, you know, he has to capitalize on that. I got Ponzinibbio winning.
He hasn't fought since April of 2023 when he got knocked out by Kevin Holland. It's been a while. Salikov's last fight was against Randy Brown, also lost by knockout. That was in February. That's not great. I think that's bad. 5 months after a KO loss, you're coming right back. I think Muslim Salikov's going to lose for sure. Drew Dober takes on John Silva. Not John Cena. John Silva, which is not as fun. Silva minus 110. Dober minus 110. This fight is a pick'em. My friend Jeremy Prophet went with Drew Dober. AJ, who do you like?
Look, Jean Silva just knocked out Charles Jourdain in his last fight 2 weeks ago. So
Yeah.
that was pretty impressive. You know, let's not forget about what he did. And he knocked out Charles, who's never been knocked out in his life. You know, man,
Silva
that's going to
looked
be
good.
a tough one.
Why is he fighting again here? It's weird.
That's kind of weird, man. Yeah, I was just thinking about that. Like, you know, why is he coming in? Because it was a fast fight with Charles? I don't know.
I mean, Mike Davis was supposed to fight Drew Dober, and he withdrew.
Yeah, I
I'm
think
not sure when he withdrew, but
yeah.
So, anyways, he's replacing Mike Davis.
Yeah, this is a short notice fight, taking it a couple weeks after his last one. Just want to pick him, though. It's interesting. If he could come up with a win, that'd be massive for him, right? 2 wins in 2 weeks? That's huge.
Well, I mean, against
huge, man.
Jourdain, man, he showed some good power against Jourdain. Like, he was really hitting hard. So, I'm going to take a chance on Silva, man. He had a good fight against Jourdain, and hopefully he comes back again with a good fight.
I'm going with Freddie.
Okay, he's going with Freddie on this, and then he glitched out. I'm going with you on that too, Fred. I think Silva's going to pick up a win. Some other fights on this card. We've got Abdul Razak Al Hassan taking on Cody Brundage. That's a fun fight. Abdul Razak Al Hassan has seen better days. He has lost 5 of his last 7, including 2 of his last 3. He takes on Cody Brundage, who's coming off a quick loss to Bo Nickel in his last fight. This one at middleweight. Yeah.
Listen,
right.
man, he's a knockout artist, man. All his wins have come before the second round. That's the thing with Razak, man. He's a very dangerous fighter. Chances are he's going to knock out Cody.
We will see. We will see. I want to get to some parlays, AJ. I want to see what you got before you totally glitch out and we lose you forever into the void. Maybe it's already happened. I think it's already happened.
What?
Oh, my God.
I'm there, man. I'm there.
Not really. You're not.
I know.
It's just a
I
disaster.
know. I'm just bored, man. He's still in. No, he's
Holy
gone.
shit. I'm getting rid of AJ because I've had it with his internet issues, Fred. It's just never correct. Do you have a parlay for this thing?
I think I do.
Ooh.
So I'm going to go with Doug Rose. I feel she's higher echelon than Tracy Cortez, and she should win this fight.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to go also with Jean Silva, because I did like his fight against Charles Jourdain, man. Like, I'll be honest, I didn't know much about Jean Silva before that, but his fight, other than he missed weight, which was kind of disappointing, but his power, and not only in a knockout, like throughout that round, man, he was hitting hard, and he was hurting Charles Jourdain. So I'm going to go with Jean Silva to win that fight. And I'm going to go also with Santiago Ponzinibbio, who I feel should win. Like, out of my three choices, I feel Ponzinibbio is the most lock of the three choices. So I'm going to add him to my parlay to give him give it a little more value. Ponzinibbio, Namajunas, Silva.
I like that parlay. I really like that. Those are all solid picks. And there they are for you. There's a Team Fred parlay. It's John Silva, Rose Namajunas, and Santiago Ponzinibbio. It's a 3-fight parlay. $20 gets you $84.77 over at bet99.com. So go check that out over at bet99.ringsidereport.net. And that is the Team Fred parlay. And AJ even sent me his parlay, so I can get that for you too. He texted it to me. We'll give you AJ's multi-fight parlay. Let's see, what does AJ have for us here? AJ is gonna go with Cortez. Wow, Cortez. He's going with Cortez in his parlay.
That's what he said.
Yep. Okay, he's going with Tracy Cortez, Ponzinibbio, Bonfim. He's going with the Bonfim. Gabriel Bonfim minus 330 over Angelosa. Abdul Razak Al Hassan minus 170 over Cody Brundage. And John Silva as well. So that is a multi-fight parlay from Mr. AJ, giving us a ton to think about. And yeah, big payout on this one if it pays out. So there's John Silva, Abdul Razak Al Hassan, Gabriel Bonfim, Tracy Cortez, and Santiago Ponzinibbio. 20 gets you. What's the big payout on this? Whoa. 337.70 over at bet99.com. It's a plus 1588 parlay from Team AJ, which is, yeah. We'll see. That's the Team AJ parlay. Silva, Al Hassan, Bonfim, Cortez, and Ponzinibbio. And I guess I got to give you a parlay now, too, right? It's my turn to do that? I don't know, Fred. I just want to steal your parlay.
Go.
We got to talk about, did you watch Money in the Bank, first of all, Fred?
I did, except, okay, so let me bitch a little bit, man.
Yeah.
I hate when the show starts with the Money in the Bank match because, it's only 7 p.m., man. I got to put my kids to bed and all that, so I missed the Money in the Bank men match.
Oh.
That kind of sucked. And also the big, like in Montreal, there was a big electricity pylon that fell, so I missed the main event because of the electricity shortage.
Oh, yeah, you lost power.
But other than that, it was great, man. Yeah, I watched it.
Yeah, I didn't love it. I think it was kind of weak. The finish of the show was not great either. Okay. I have a parlay, I think, here. I'm going to try to mix it up a little bit. I don't want to give you the same parlay that Fred gave you, but I'm going to give you a similar parlay. I had another fight I wanted to throw on. Oh, there it is. Let's just keep it going because it's fun. It's a Thursday night. The party's here on the west side, and we're going with Montel Jackson. This is how we do it. Montel Jackson. Na. Minus 135 over Damon Blackshear. We're going with Montel Jackson. We're going with Thug Rose Namajunas. And we're going with Santiago Ponzinibbio. It's a Team Dave. This is how we do it special. 3-fight parlay. 20 gets you 77.29 over at bet99.com. Montel, Thug Rose, and the Ponzi scheme. It's a Team Dave parlay. This is how we do it Saturday night special. All right. I even named it, Fred. This is how we do it parlay. I mean, how could we lose with a name? Impossible, I'd say. Did you see all this Dustin Poirier, Michael Chandler stuff? Like, they're talking trash to each other. I thought Poirier was, like, thinking about retiring, and now he's, like, talking about Michael Chandler, because Michael Chandler's like, you should just retire. And then Poirier's like, who are you, man? You've got one fight in the UFC. You suck. Or one win in the UFC. Like, they're talking trash to each other. It's almost like Dustin Poirier's thinking, this guy's never going to fight Conor. Maybe I should fight him. I don't think Poirier's actually retiring.
No, Poirier's not retiring. I think he even said so. Like a couple of weeks ago, he mentioned that his retirement was probably not happening.
Yeah.
So
why would he do an interview on Ariel Helwani's show if he's not fighting anymore?
Yeah.
You know?
No, I expect him to fight, and he's trying to keep his name out there. And I don't know. I like this Dustin Poirier, man. This guy has 2 wins against McGregor. This guy is a very competitive guy in the division. So, yeah, talk trash, man. Try to put your name out there and get a fight. And if Chandler doesn't get the McGregor fight, well, Chandler versus Poirier is a decent fight still.
Yeah. You remember when we were wondering how long Michael Chandler was going to wait for Conor McGregor? And we're like, yeah, there's a limit, right? But at this point, like, it doesn't seem like there's a limit for him.
I mean, he committed to it, so, you know, he's sticking to it.
He hasn't fought since November 2022.
That's the thing, you know, one big payday against Conor, but he could have had easily 3-4 decent paydays in the meantime, you know? Like, I don't know.
Yep. I don't know. I don't know if it all adds up. I don't know what the money is for all of this. Hopefully it pays off for him in the end, if there is an end. But he's 38 years old. And I think there's a chance that he never gets the Conor fight. And then what's he been waiting for? Let me ask you this. Do you think that there's any way that Michael Chandler could sue Conor or the UFC if he doesn't get the fight? Like for lost wages or something? Like, does he have he probably not, right? But like, you would think, like, if Conor somehow doesn't fight him and then whatever things happen and then it's like 2025 and they decide to go, like, I don't think the UFC can go with someone else, right? Like,
well, I mean, the only way I would agree with like what you're advancing about Chandler maybe suing would be if Conor fights somebody else.
Right.
Like if let's say in August or September they're booking Conor versus somebody else at the Sphere.
Yeah.
And yeah, if you're Chandler, like, yeah, you should have a case to maybe sue. I don't know exactly how the law would work for that.
Yeah.
But I would go a little bit to the example of when Tyson Fury fought Ngannou, and then he was supposed to fight Usyk, and then there was rumors of him refighting Ngannou again, and I think Usyk pretty much like said like, hey, we're going to have to go to court because you got a contract to fight me. You're not going to fight Ngannou again. So, but other than that, like if it's just Conor that doesn't want to fight no more, like Conor's allowed to retire. You know, Chandler doesn't have the power to force him to enter the ring. Like if Conor just wants to retire, that's well within his right.
And if you're Michael Chandler, say you break your leg in training camp or tear your ACL or something horrible, but you have the fight, like it's a couple weeks away, and you have to take it. You have to go anyways, because you don't know what they're going to do. They could say, okay, cool, well, we have Conor, so we're just going to do another fight with Conor, okay? No, we'll take care of you eventually, Chandler. No. You have to fight. You know what I mean? Like, Chandler's in a weird position now where even if he's really hurt, like, say he got hurt and then the UFC was like, okay, we're going to do Conor versus somebody else now. Right? Which could always happen.
Yeah, but
It's
I don't
risky,
see the
man.
UFC doing.
He's in such a risky spot.
But right now, I don't think they would do that to Chandler. And I mean, like, who do you replace Chandler with? Like,
Doesn't
like,
matter.
I mean, Conor cannot.
Matter?
No, but I mean, Conor is not fighting a top contender. Chandler's the perfect prototype for Conor's comeback. The only thing that could be better would have been maybe Tony Ferguson or something like that.
Who you
But
can
I mean,
still
you
get.
still, yeah.
You call Nate Diaz, offer him some money.
Maybe the UFC would do that, but I doubt it. I think the UFC is going to give him the fight.
Because the UFC is honorable?
Yeah, of course, man. Come on.
You're right. Uncle Dana has always done the right thing. He's the best. But I don't know. It's a really weird situation, and I don't think I've ever seen another one like it. Have you ever seen this in MMA? The only time I can think of a guy waiting around is Rashad
Evans.
Yeah. We're thinking of the same thing. And what
Yeah,
happened?
and it didn't work out. It didn't work out for him.
No, it did not. He waited for a title shot. Dana said, you should fight. He said, no, I'm going to wait. I'm going to get my title shot. Dana said, okay, you can wait. Then he waited, and then Rashad got hurt. And they said, you know what? We're going to take this kid who's already in your gym and training with all your training partners, training with you, the guy you've taken under your wing, this new kid, John Jones, we're going to give him the title shot instead because you can't make it. So we're going to give him the title shot on 10 days' notice. He can make it, and, we'll see what happens. And then John Jones wins the title, and it creates a really awkward situation with Rashad and the team and the Greg Jackson team. And then John and Rashad fought, and Rashad left the gym, and his career was never quite the same. And the UFC wasn't so happy with Rashad waiting around either. I mean, here with Chandler, they've kind of promised him something. They put him on The Ultimate Fighter with Conor. They've booked the fight. Conor's had to pull out. Like, I feel like the UFC has promised more to Chandler than they had to Rashad back then. But this is kind of the only time I've ever seen anything like this. I have never seen two guys do The Ultimate Fighter and then at the end of the season not fight each other, but also not fight anyone else. Like, we've seen guys do The Ultimate Fighter against each other, right? And then one of the guys gets hurt at the end of the season, and sometimes they replace the coach. You remember when Chuck and Tito did The Ultimate Fighter, and then Tito, got hurt in his training camp or something? So then they took Tito out of The Ultimate Fighter, and they made Rich Franklin the new coach, and then Chuck fought Rich Franklin, and it was super weird. That's happened before. Things have happened like that on The Ultimate Fighter, where the coaches don't wind up fighting each other because somebody gets hurt in training camp, so they fight somebody else. But not fighting after 2 years of The Ultimate Fighter is odd. This whole situation has been not like anything we've ever seen before. And it's hard for Michael Chandler to figure out what to do because no one's really been there before. No one's been in a situation where it's like, yeah, I could take this other fight, but I might lose, and it's not worth a percentage of the money that I would make fighting this McGregor fellow. So let's fight him. There's never been a big money McGregor fight ever before in the UFC. No one else has been like Conor.
Yeah, that's why I'm going to go back to, I think the UFC really sees Chandler as the perfect opponent for for Conor, and that's why they kept him on the shelf, because they really wanted to make that fight. Like, the UFC has been wanting Conor to come back. Like, Dana White, it's not like as if Dana White doesn't want Conor to fight. Dana wants Conor to fight, and I'm betting that in their plan it was Chandler all along. That was the only option, and that's why they kept him on the shelf, hoping that this fight would get done. It just kept being pushed back, and now Chandler's paying the price.
It's a big price, but if there's a pot of gold at the end of that rainbow, and Conor McGregor's there at the end. I didn't even mean to make the Irish reference there, but wow. It is
Careful,
appropriate.
AJ.
Yeah, right? I don't know. Are the Irish offended by the leprechauns and the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow? Probably. But it seems like, they're less sensitive about it, which is nice. Antoinette gifting a membership to Ulrich Anderson. Thank you, Antoinette. Hope you're doing well. Shout out to Leor, all the members over at join.ringsidereport.net. Leor says, has a New York City UFC date been announced yet? I wonder what weekend in November it's happening. I might want to drive down there because the card might be pretty good with John Jones on it. No, it's not been announced, but I do figure that John Jones will be fighting at Madison Square Garden in November against Stipe, which that's worth the drive, I think, just by itself. If you're thinking about it, the rest of the card will be fine, but seeing John Jones at Madison Square Garden would be pretty sweet. I've never been to Madison Square Garden. I've always wanted to see wrestling or MMA there. I've always wanted to see WWE at Madison Square Garden. That's on the bucket list for sure. But UFC, John Jones at MSG, that'd be pretty sweet. I saw John Jones in New Jersey at the Prudential Center, which was pretty sweet. I like John Jones. He's good. Best of all time. He's not just good. He's the best ever. Fred, you are the best. AJ's internet is the worst, and that's why he's not with us right now. Or maybe he is. I kind of see him moving around. Is he there? Are you there, AJ?
I'm like a drunken sailor, man.
You are a drunken sailor.
I don't understand how. Now it's working perfectly fine. I was doing all kinds of tests and all that kind of shit, and it was like perfect. Doesn't make sense, dude. It just doesn't.
The mysteries continue.
What can we do with you?
Yeah,
it does. But I like the leprechaun reference. That was funny.
Yeah, thanks. It was unintentional. We're making a lot of bad jokes tonight on the show. It's bad. So, thank you, everybody. We'll try to figure out.
Man. What are you talking about?
What? All right. We'll try to figure out all the. Yeah, we'll try to figure out all the issues maybe on the next Ringside Report MMA show, which will be in 2 weeks' time because I'm on vacation next week. I'll be gone.
Oh, and
I'm
you
going
better
on vacation
because I'm on vacation also.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. Fred's on vacation the following week, so we really need to get AJ's internet figured out. And if we can't get it figured out, AJ, maybe you'll just come here and do the show from the mothership. Super chat. Super chat.
Now that you proposed that, that's
from
the option
mothership,
he's
man.
taking.
It may happen. I don't want it to happen,
Yeah,
but we'll
right,
see.
man.
We'll see. I mean, I'm on vacation, and I don't really want to be fixing AJ's internet problems while I'm on vacation. So if by 2 Thursdays from now it's not fixed, we'll have him over here, and then we'll fix it the next Thursday. We'll figure out what we need to do to get the show done properly, so Dave doesn't have to be mad before the show starts. No one wants that, especially Dave.
The Angry Bird is the best.
No, it's no good. I don't like it. It's not good for me. I'm getting too old to be angry. You know what I mean? I gotta stay chill. Getting too old.
Grumpy
AJ.
old men.
Yeah, I'm getting more gray hairs. It's no bueno.
Super chat.
It's not good. The Yankees are giving me enough
Super
grief.
chat.
France got eliminated. Canada got eliminated. The Yankees suck.
Welcome.
I mean, it's just not good everywhere.
Now
At least
it's
Bryan
gonna be this,
Danielson.
buddy.
Bryan Danielson won a big match, and he's going to wrestle for the world title at AEW's All-In show at Wembley Stadium, which is pretty sweet. Bryan versus Swerve for the world title in AEW. Nice. So at least my favorite wrestler got a big win, but, not enough. Not enough for me. I need victories all around. Shout out to Antoinette gifting another membership to Pun TV. Shout out Pun TV. And shout out to Angelo Contagones dropping the super chat. You're the super chat leader of the night. And thank you to all the members, Angelo, Antoinette, especially tonight, for their support. Leor as well, out in New Brunswick. CSL Lauren, I see you. Welcome to the new members, Ulrich Anderson and Pun TV. And I'll be back here with Johnny North tomorrow night for Wrestling Uncensored right after SmackDown in Worcester, Massachusetts, where I'm sure Solo and the boys will be running amok once again. Solo and the boys. All right. We'll talk to you again tomorrow night for some pro wrestling right here on the Ringside Report Network.
Thanks for sticking with us to the end. We would really appreciate it if you could help us spread the word. Please share this episode on whichever social media platform you use. Add a comment below and consider reviewing us on Apple Podcasts. We are an audience-supported network, so consider becoming a recurring supporter at membership.ringsidereport.net. Check out our website at ringsidereport.net. Hope to see you again next time.